Good morning, everyone. After recent sound debacles, we've decided to re-record. But on the upside, should be able to actually hear me. And on the downside, I've also managed to wrangle a Max.
I am sorry for ruining all your days.
It's absolutely fine. I've also got Iwan as well, as per usual.
Hello.
Yes, he is here. He is due to be interrupted by an Amazon delivery
Yes,
driver.
it's-
Delivery driver, not the team.
Well, I wouldn't complain.
The sounds that they make in the game, yeah, definitely.
I know.
Anyway, anyway, so how we're going to do this? We're going to cover like the lot basically. We're going to cover Division 1, which obviously we're starting on right here. So the actual playoff, and the results that came from there, and then we're going to go into the Tenderfoot as well. And now let's have a talk about this first game.
We're going back one, aren't we? We went from the. We're going to go from the start.
Oh, from the very start. Go on then. We'll go from there.
We're not gonna deep delve into the games or anything, but just admire that first result, really.
Yes, admire that first result, Ben. You wonderful bastard. 4-2 against the top-rated team in the playoffs.
Yeah, finish your season unbeaten, finish top of your league, get beaten by halflings. That's how it goes.
Yeah, naturally.
Get beaten by bullshit. That's how it goes. It is, isn't it?
It was a beautiful sight to behold, and
it was a good game. It was a fun game to watch.
It's funny that the halflings caused more armor breaks than the elves caused.
Yeah,
nearly double.
Yeah, mostly actually due to fouls and trees.
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful. Well, it was a wonderful result, and then the next result we sort of expected that one, didn't we?
There isn't. That was very one-sided.
Yeah, that was chores.
What happens when you let Chorfs have 2 seasons of basically only elves?
Yep, and
also, I like that Agizerosaurus.
Agizerosaurus? What?
Yeah, if you click on the thing and look at the player card.
Ducky.
Oh dear, oh dear.
He took 3 deaths. He also took 3 or 4.
One of them was a cross, wasn't it?
Yeah, the team's gone. the team is retired.
The team's been erased.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Fair enough. Yes, the Bulls did bull things.
Yeah.
Kemri versus myself.
What happened here then?
I feel I got a little bit robbed on this one. It was very much in the first half. I was basically all over him, and I got the ball off him. I got the ball off his ball carrier twice. Wow. It bounced and scattered back into a different player's hands.
Oh, that sucks.
Man, that's gutting, isn't it?
It's
and there'll be 6-ups as well.
Oh yeah, it was, and the worst part was the second one is it bounced into the strength 5 Throw-Ra's hands.
Oh.
On a 6+.
Sometimes the game just decides no.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to play. You're not allowed to do anything.
Yep. I snapped back on my half, but then I snapped back on my half, but then he managed to just score back. It was just I was sadness.
Yeah. And then lastly, we've got some elf off.
Oh, we had an elf off, and elves won.
Yeah.
Unsurprising there, we can move on.
Elves win.
Yep. Unsurprising there, we can swiftly move on because we're going to look at that one particular team in a moment. Moving on to those the semis.
These were both beautiful games.
These were both fantastic
these were epic.
games. These were fantastic games.
I heard the Chorfs killed a tree.
Yes, the
Chorfs. They did.
The Chorfs did kill a tree. Well, what was it originally? It was. Did
it strength downed it?
He strength down a tree and he rolled it into a death. So Ben just took the death, which is fair.
They also agi down to Morgenthau.
Yes, they agi down Morgenthau, which is hilarious.
This went extra time.
In fairness, it went to overtime. If Ben didn't do one catastrophically small but very significant mistake, he would have actually won.
Oh, that's disappointing.
And the only thing we can blame is his missus because she rang him halfway through a turn.
Wow, you're gonna have to just redo the entire Division 1 playoff set.
It was literally doing a turn. His missus rang him and he moved his tree in the intention to throw the fling, but then forgot to throw the fling because it just completely knocked his rhythm off, and he just went. And as soon as you realised,
then the next 3 rolls were all 6s.
I know. It was like a heartbreak, absolute heartbreak.
We could have. So what you're saying is we could have had halflings in the final.
We could have had halflings in the final.
But that being said, his team did absolutely wreck. It's probably a good thing he's not in the final.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been doing very well in the final.
Actually, 5 halfling.
It's still strong. But no, he did well, and that touchdown he did get. That will be like.
Yeah, it was a beaut.
It was a beaut. It will be like forever immortalized. It is clipped. It is saved. It is just. Oh, there is a sound clip now on my Twitch stream just from that moment. Actually, no, there's 2. It was so weird. I had to chop it up into multiple, but it was like beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I didn't see the Woodtuggers Mummies Little Soldier game. I
did not either.
I watched some of it. It was. It was a good game. It didn't get to extra time. It was, Kenry played really, really well. He held up the elves. He scored twice, which for Kenry is, it's a success to pick up the ball twice over the course of the game. Good going. The problem is that elves beat elves.
When he's got so much Agi 5 and Agi 6, what are you meant to do when you drop the ball?
That's it. Turn 16 as well. Like it was 2-all. It was turn 2-all, turn 16, and it was. Jack's drive and he one-turned it.
Of course. Boo. Anyway, but that has led us into this final. Some Chorfs versus us Collectibles versus Woodtuggers, and the last time this match happened, Jack lost.
Didn't they?
Jack lost 900 TV in going into his game after.
Yeah, I'm putting my bets on the Bulls.
That's fair.
What we'll do though, I will go actually into the sort of team composition a little bit on this one. Teams. Let's go into the Bulls first. Let's go to the Bulls.
Why has that team been allowed to get to like this?
I don't know, but you look at it and it's both a thing of absolute abstract horror and beauty at the same time.
The Claw Mighty Blow pylon now has jump up.
Yes.
Yes,
you heard that right.
Blodging,
it's perfect.
Agi 3, Break Tackle, Bull Centaur.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. You just yes.
You've got a blodging hobgoblin with kick-off return. Sure hands.
Yeah.
That's the one that holds the ball.
Yeah. At that point, there's like you've all put you get blodging a hobgoblin. He levels up. What do you give him? In all honesty, apart from this, unless it rolls a double, you might give him guard. But kick-off return is good a one as any.
Yeah.
Because he's got sure hands as well, so it makes sense.
Another guard on his hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's full 6 guard. That team's vile.
This team is beautiful.
It has all the tools he needs to kill those elves.
Yes.
And the elves can't fight back because of the amount of guard.
Correct. But then
the amount of guard there, not even the tree can really fight back. And is.
But then
the only thing going against that team is he's only got 12 players.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you can, by some miracle, manage to stand on some.
Yeah. But now, then you look at the elves, and this is also pretty vile. I mean, fair enough. He does have some armor. He has been hurt. Like he's got armor downs. He's got movement downs. He's got.
What's disgusting is the Chorfs are going to be getting 100k inducements.
I know.
Just take that little bribe.
And he's got like 190k as well in the bank. So he's got scumbag money as well.
God!
He can scoop. He can scoop out.
He could nearly scoop the hot pot. While it's probably not. It would be funny to take away Jack's rerolls.
Yeah.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need the inducements, does he? He could scoop.
No.
No. Well, to be fair, Jack don't need the rerolls. Not with what. I
have a feeling Jack is probably going to use his 70k to get a babe.
Yeah,
which is just more money for the Chaos Ball.
Yeah. This is.
They could take a wizard with that.
Yeah. There's one vital thing though. What we need to remember with this. Armor doesn't always break.
Armor does not always break.
And we've seen games where, say, for example, these wood elves have gone against other teams, and their armor has just been like adamantium. It just hasn't moved. And then a combination of that, two Agi 6s, two Agi 5s, and a rando stroke 4 lineman. It's just like the only way I described it on the Facebook group like this, but I'm going to describe it again. This team is basically 5 or 6 versions of the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy. Never gonna catch me. Literally, those two Agi 6s.
I think we should all be thankful that the Agi 6 landed on that war dance and not the other one.
Yeah. Even then, it's still like Agi.
Yeah.
Agi 6.
Leaping in on a 2, dodging out on a 2 for the most part.
Yep. Leaping in, dodging out on a 2, and probably through like two layer tackle zones as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a 2. I mean, you need to literally have 4. You literally have to surround him with enough tackle zones to make it a -3 to even make it a 3 up, which is
This completely removes dive and tackle. It's just that's disgusting.
But luckily, no dive and tackle with the dwarves, but there is lots of normal tackle.
I think what's going to happen is that the claw piling on Mighty Blow dude is going to do some clawing, some piling on some mighty blowing. And if not,
for the most part, the claw isn't, unless it's the tree, the claw's not going to do anything.
The claw's not going to do anything.
It's just the amount of mighty blow he's got.
Yeah,
that's going to be
the thing that gets me. There's barely any drawback to you piling on.
No.
Yeah.
With jump up, because you knock that shit over.
Oh
you
God, that's a very
you
good
pile
point.
on, you break armor, and then you can just fucking jump back up and punch somebody in the face without using a blitz action. Like it's a 2+.
It is disgusting.
That is vile.
I've only just thought of it that way. Oh Christ, that's a good point. Oh, it's just so smack you, pile on, do a flip, smack you, pile on, do a flip, and just rinse and repeat.
It's why Norse berserkers are great, because they start with jump up, and they have strength access. So mighty blow, pile on. You've got jump up already, and you've got a really nasty blitzer.
Oh, I should have done that with my kids have. I didn't even think of that.
You do that with your kids have, but first of all, you've got to take block.
Yeah, you got to get block first. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's just right. Colin, let's get some jolly old predictions out of you two. Sorry, we have done a poll on the Facebook group, and currently let's have a quick gander at it. I think it's what does it say? Last time I saw it, it was quite chorf heavy.
It was a little 2-to-1 chorfy.
2-to-1 chorfy, I believe. Yeah.
It's still it's 2-to-1 and a bit chorfy.
I feel like this game is probably going to go into overtime.
You reckon?
It would be a reasonable thing, I think.
Because I'm pretty sure the dwarves are going to, elves are going to probably score early. Dwarves are then going to grind one out. Elves are going to then score again. And because they're not going to be able to really stall it too well, because if they stall it, they're going to die. So they're going to score. Dwarves grind out another one. Over time, the elves probably won't have many players left to stop the dwarves.
It depends. It depends on the what you're saying. Basically, there is a coin flip at the end because
basically
Because unless Jack is left with one player, I'm pretty sure he can score.
It depends on whether it's going to come down to the coin flip at the end of who receives in the final drive.
Yeah.
Well, overtime.
So I'm with you on that. I think it's going to be a chore victory, but it's going to be a close one. It's going to be like
I was saying 2-1, but 3-2.
2-1 or 3-2. Something like that.
It's going to be tight. It's going to come down to
we could
and the elf.
Yeah, how many elves?
Or are there any elves left?
Yeah.
2 elf. A dead elf can't elf.
Yep.
True.
It's the best type of elf.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry here. Cool. Right. So we'll move on to. Let's go. Let's have a look at this. Let's look at the
Fruto del Tender.
Yeah, we've done lots of things on this one before. We'll go through the results from the last ones. A totally normal goblin team. And versus It's Impossibles, it went 3-1 to the lizards. 3-1 to the lizards. We were expecting this. We weren't. We were thinking
he was the shock entrant in the round, wasn't he? Really, after sweltering heat victories.
Yeah,
I got confused. Fritz said It's Impossibles, and No.
Wait,
which?
Wait, what?
You said it's impossibles versus a normal goblin team. I got confused for a second.
No.
Oh, you see,
Yeah, that's what the team does. It's actually the orc team that aren't.
I mean, if you look at it though, I've got to say, there was a lot of armor breaks in this game.
There were.
All 6 of them.
Yeah, all 6. Yeah, it was. It was an interesting game, I believe.
I got 3 players sent off.
Yes. Wait, what?
4 players sent off between you. Nice.
What do you mean?
You're looking at the wrong game.
I was looking at Raining Blood versus a normal goblin team.
You are. Next week.
That was last week.
This week, mate.
Oh, fine. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong week. Sorry.
That was the sweltering heat victory.
Yeah, that's why I was getting confused.
Yeah, so this one, there's a lot of armor breaks.
Yeah, all 6 between them. Yeah, only 4 armor breaks from the lizards, 2 armor breaks from the orcs/goblins, whatever. I didn't see this game, sadly, but I would have liked to, because it looked very interesting the way that the orcs/goblins, whatever they are, couldn't pick up the ball. 35% success.
Yeah.
Sad times. Their dodge rate was abysmal, considering they're mostly goblins. 55.
They only rolled 7 pals. They only rolled 7 pals the entire game compared to the lizard men's 18.
But
yeah, I mean, it's a thumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his armor must have been holding well then, because it's like, well, I can see 8 armor failures, unless actually wait, it says 6 armor breaks.
Yeah,
the game,
but you can fail your armor
Yeah.
from things like landings
or those piss poor dodges.
Piss poor dodges, can't you?
Yeah.
So your armor is not broken; it just breaks because
Yeah.
you don't get punched; you fall over.
Yeah, I think that's. I think the dodges led to the bad armor breaks for that.
Yeah.
And then probably it looks like it was lots of stuns.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But stuns.
Stuns win games.
Stuns win games, or stuns lose you games. Either or. Wake up to KO exactly half. Yeah. His landing was good. He was throwing goblins, and they were going for it as well.
And they didn't get eaten.
They didn't get eaten. No. His loner he re-rolled a loner
50,
twice.
50, yeah.
That's about right. Yeah, I think it's just the goblins in not the goblins or whatever, in general. I think they just got a bit duffed by their dodge dice, and then it's dodge dice, and it just stunned them, and it just knocked them out for the running. As for the lizards, armor was holding very well. He couldn't catch the ball to save his life. Injuries, go for it, pick up again.
It was clearly a game of not being able to pick up the ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, not being able to hold on to it, but at least when the lizards held on to it, they scored.
Yeah. Lightning bolt success. That means that was a fizzled lightning bolt.
Oh yeah, a fizzled lightning bolt from the
goblins.
From the goblins, yeah, they threw a lightning bolt and it just did nothing. That's always a sad time. So it's a 2-up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad times. Bonehead's pretty standard, and dodge was meh. Oh, honestly, I guess I expected more dodges out of the lizard team because
it clearly didn't need to make them.
Yeah, evidently. Well then, that's a. That was a game, yeah. This one, Paulie's Angels and the Dwynen's Elite, the most frustrating games I've ever had the misfortune to watch.
I heard about what happened in the overtime for this of the elves.
Yes.
The elves got the kick, but then they
deferred. Yep.
Somehow lost the ball to humans.
No.
No, they deferred.
No, the elves won the toss, but chose to defend.
What?
I think the whole overtime fiasco, I think, was just a lack of knowledge of what the overtime does. Not realizing it was, obviously they must have thought they were going to get like 2 full halves again, rather than say just a golden touchdown or something like that. But that's what happened. So we like 3 or 4 of us just shouting at the screen, "Just score! Just score!" But just but it was it was a game. It was very stressful to watch, but it was enjoyable nonetheless.
the rules of the game, innit?
I think Max has just been stunned into silence.
Why would you?
It was a good game up until that point.
Your elves, you've managed to win the toss for overtime, and you give it away. Why?
Like I said, I think it was just a lack of understanding of how the overtime works. Simple as that. Look at the stats on it. Elves passed and caught, so did the humans.
Yeah.
The humans blocked more than the elves. Makes sense.
Elves had a death. Always like to see that.
Yeah, elves had a death. Elves suffered a lot more KOs. I think that's what the telltale stats were.
Humans only suffered 1 KO. Elves suffered 7.
Yeah, they just. I think.
I mean, it's going against you, innit?
Yeah, the elves just got slapped about a bit. Basically, they couldn't. Which is fair. Which happens.
Getting hit 77 times, but only armor breaking 18 times.
Yeah, that's harsh.
What, 77 blocks?
They suffered. The elves got hit 77 times.
I mean, that was a lot of that was probably the fact that it was 3 full halves of stalling.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah, true. But it's still like it was. Yeah, it was. I think the elves just got slapped about a bit by the humans. Not massively. 1 death is okay. Handful of KOs, but it's still not fantastic. I mean, the bit on the 75% bonehead, that's fine. Bit low, but okay. Armor was holding at 70%. If you just look at the percentages in general, that's very average and very human.
Well, that's what humans are, just painfully average.
Yeah, painfully decided.
Well, it worked for them today.
Yeah, it worked for them today. Hey,
or whenever they played.
Well, yeah. And then on the other side, yeah, those elves did not have much fun. 63% success on armor.
That's not bad for elves.
That's not.
Well, it's high elves actually, so it's quite bad.
Yeah, they've got a higher armor, and then
they're armor 8.
Yeah, and then
they're fighty elves.
Yeah, they're fighty elves, and then when the armor breaks and your injury roll comes through at 50%, casualty 5 casualties, top casualty is like, ugh. So when the armor broke, it broke. 78% dodge.
A lot of that, because remember he's going to have the dodge reroll.
Yeah,
and it's going to count both times.
Very true, very true. Apart from that, it looks pretty healthy. 8 catches to 1 failure. It intercepted twice.
Yeah.
But didn't once. Pickups 3, passes. Passes were a bit shit, but weren't fantastic.
Just looking at the difference in the block dice. So the elves rolled 8 skulls. The humans rolled 31.
Wow.
Wow.
But that doesn't matter because that doesn't matter because even just looking at the rest of the dice is way higher than anything else.
40 stumbles.
40 stumbles.
I suppose it's what you're going to get if you're going to throw 77 blocks, eh?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Depending on how much
succeeded.
Yeah. Depending on how many how much tackle the humans have, a lot of those stumbles could have just been turned into pushes.
I don't think
he's got that much dodge.
Or
no dodge.
Yeah.
I'll have a look.
Well, we'll go into it when we get to the games anyway. But yeah, that's a victory for the humans. They're going to be going against the lizards next week.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, this week even.
This week.
Oh yeah, the elves had basically no dodge. Never mind.
There you go. And then we have the Rat Pack and Cheese, the Moose and Mash Bash, Mr. This is the Dave off. This was the Dave off. Oakley versus
As we predicted, Dave won.
I heard in the last 2 turns this went from it's a good back and forth game to where'd the Skaven team go?
Pretty much, yeah. as you can see there, Sammy Davis Jr., the runner who got the MVP, did perish.
Yeah.
Again. It was the first half was fairly even, and then suddenly out of nowhere the rats just stepped on a bunch of rat traps.
Started to fail.
Yes, the armor just turned to paper, which is sort of what you expect. But if you look at the Mash Bash, 40 blocks succeeded to 18, 8 KOs inflicted, 4 injuries inflicted, 1 kills inflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that second half was brutal.
The team just vanished. I remember watching it, and then by the end they'd suddenly just gone.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do ratting, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, look at that armor percentage. 38% success for the Rats armor.
Yeah.
That is a sad number. I know there are only armor 7 for the most part.
They're armor 7, but their armor should hold about 60% of the time.
Yeah, I think it's about that.
Yeah, still, ouch.
When you look down, you look at his dice and think, oh, they're good dice. But when you think, like, he's
A lot of
5
that's
and
going to be
6
his own armor.
is all his own armor, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Dodge rate, again, low for rats, assuming that being made with gutter runners. 50.
I think he was making like 4 and 5 up dodges towards the end, trying to just keep the game going. Yeah.
Fair. Wake after KO was fine. Casualty was injury 57%. Yeah, I think it's his armor just turned to paper in that second half.
Yeah, it just went against you, didn't it?
Yeah. Look at the mash bash. They didn't roll many dice at all because I guess they didn't really need to. The pickups weren't fantastic, but if no one else to pick up the ball instead of you, then you're gonna succeed.
Well, you can play pickup tennis, can't you? If the other team doesn't exist.
Yeah, yeah, easy. Yeah, that was just like rats getting their proverbial shit pushed in. Nice, and then finally the Sultans swing and the tank top bum boys.
This match is
This was
talking about paper armor.
Yeah.
Right. Thing in this match is, in my opinion, and an undisclosed person that has also seen rewatched this match that I was speaking to.
Yeah.
They're in agreement of Damo played like an idiot in this match.
Yep, but it worked.
but it doesn't matter when he doesn't fail anything.
Yeah, it's like
it was got to the point where he was greed re-rolling loner rolls with his beast because he could. Just doesn't fail it because he could.
Yeah, it was.
He very nearly lost the match on. He got greedy and tried to beat up Graham's team instead of scoring, which would have sent it to overtime with Graham still having 3 re-rolls and him having 0.
Yeah, it was. Then
he naturally rolled the 3 6s in a row to score through lots of tackle zones. So
yes,
yeah,
it's like, sorry Damo if you're watching this, but Graham did play better.
Well, there you go.
There were some things that we were going, what the damn hell? We're not gonna lie though, it was fucking entertaining. Just to see it all happen. Oh my god!
It's another sad thing of when you get 39 successful blocks and only break armor 3 times.
Dear. 39 successful blocks. You
didn't get anything off the pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, Nurgle's going to do that to you, right?
Yeah, but that is.
The luck he has had with this team this season is they should, with how he started it with only 2 re-rolls, they shouldn't have done as well as he did because they've got no start. He has a 1 in 9 chance of his first block every game being that critical fail straight off.
It is what it is. The stat there is it's the armor rolls. So the Dark Elves only lived on succeeded 45% of them, and then the armor, and then 88%.
I mean, how many stat downs did Graham take this game?
He took. I don't think he took many stat downs.
I think he just
this game. But in general, he has had
a few.
Barring this game, he has only had, out of all the injuries he's had about 2 badly hurts. Everything else has been a stat down.
Ugh.
And
it was
then
just
you can
keeping him back, wasn't it?
Then you can actually, where is it? There's a way to have a look at how many injuries he's suffered through the entire.
You go on teams, don't you?
Yeah, just finding it now.
Gone.
Where is it? Okay, so he's only actually suffered about 2 or 3 badly hurts the entire season. Everything else has been a stat down. He has 15 casualties.
Oh dear. Let's have a look. Kills inflicted.
It's on page 2.
Yeah, I'm just looking at injured players, 117.
Yeah, that's just including any time your armor gets broken. Okay. But yeah, that's still way higher than it should be because he's armor 8.
Yeah. Touchdowns sustained, casualties sustained, 15. Yeah, he's
nearly all of those are stat downs.
Yeah, no. What is this? No death sustained. So,
no deaths. I was about to say, no deaths. The they've all just been sat down.
And then sacked.
Sat down and sacked. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fair. You can't blame that one. That is
Yeah.
that was a unfortunate one for Graham, but alas, Damo did a demo and rolled.
Just rolls 10s.
Rolls 10s for armor every time.
All day, every day. That's how you win.
All day, every day. So going into this
Well,
week,
it's time to look at the teams, isn't it?
time to look at the teams. Yeah. So we'll look at the game first. It's Impossibles and Paulies Angels. Let's have a gander. So our lizards.
I want. They do have a nasty blodging in a croc skull.
That is a nasty blodging crocodile. You don't see them often, but you like to see it. 2 Guardsauruses, 2 Blocksauruses, and a Tacklesaurus. Don't know. Tacklesaurus won't pay much against the humans. I don't think they've got that much.
Other than Catcher.
Yeah, Catcher's got dodge.
Yeah.
Catcher's got dodge. Okay, there's one
Paulies
dodger.
Angels.
The Angels, I believe, do not have any tackle whatsoever.
No.
So I'm inclined.
But they do have a strength up mighty blow blitzer.
They do.
3 guard, a blodging blitzer.
Yep.
Another mighty blow blitzer. Guard on his ogre. A very nice, tasty looking catcher.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is,
I'm going to give this to the humans.
the humans need to roll pals.
Humans are going to. Well, the blitzers only need pals
Well,
or both down.
Oh, sorry, pals and
down.
both downs. It's
Oh,
four.
because of the mighty blow, he's going to be able to, for the most part, if he's more than 50% of the time going to be breaking skink armor, and then because of stunty, they're more likely to get stunned or sent off or whatever.
Yeah.
The strength up mighty blow blitzer, because of the amount of god he's got, can fight the Saurus quite easily,
Yes.
which is not something you like.
No.
No.
Yeah.
The ogre's just going to be a good roadblock with his guard. Then mixed in with the other guard, he's not going to be hit back too easily.
Yeah, I agree with you, Max. I think this human team looks really nice. It looks like the lizards look like they've more generalised, whereas this human team has gone down the sort of gone down a route. It's more specialised for a human team as well, so it can still do everything that it wants to do because it's a human team, but it's kind of specialised into the punching stuff.
Yeah.
Method.
That's humans.
It's specialised into the punching stuff, but it can still do the other things because of his
humans.
Because his
catchers,
his catcher and throwers still look very nice.
Yeah. This is humans, the best of both worlds, isn't it?
Blodging, short feet catch, sure hands.
Well, jack of all trades, master of none. More.
Yeah.
It's like they have that balance, and that Paulie Fisher is cruising for a level up as well. The 1 SPP. All he needs is a good armor break.
Or just a vanity pass.
Yeah. And then I think what might be edging me out towards it is the lack of tackle. I don't. It's because as soon as if you look at those skinks, sorry.
Yeah.
Sidestep, 2 sidesteppers.
Yeah.
One with jump up.
So, yeah, the blitzers have a third of a chance to take down a skink every time they roll a 1 die.
Yeah.
So with 2 dies, that's quite better.
Quite better, yeah.
Yeah, quite better.
Yeah. I'm still gonna give this to the humans for the most part. If
they can get hold of skinks, they can definitely definitely cause problems. It's going to depend on that Saurus line and how he holds it.
Yeah. The thing with lizard men is because generally you're going to want all your Saurus on at once.
Yeah.
You're only going to have 4 skinks out, and as every skink you lose is a horrific blow to your team because you've got not realistically not picking up and scoring with your Saurus.
No, but hopefully
each skink loss is going to be a horrific blow to them, and he's not really got many skinks to replace them if he does start losing the skinks.
Yeah, very true, very true. He does only have 12 men. How many the humans got?
I think it's the same.
Do they got 13 a day?
12, no, same men.
Okay. I mean, it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to what it always comes down to.
10 TV between them as well.
I know, isn't it beautiful?
This is quite an even game.
No shenanigan outside modifiers of petty cash.
Well, I think if you take a look at this, it's not quite that straightforward.
Paulie's Angels have 150.
Because Pauli's Angels, who have the lower TV, have 150. So the Lizardmen can't afford to scum anything, which means that if Paulie wants to, he can sink 150k into this with his 10k. You know, he's got 160k he can burn on this game.
Because of how Blood Bowl 2 works,
yeah,
that 150k then doesn't get given over to the Lizards of, okay, so your opponent spent this much money and buffed up pay cash for you, because the Lizards already started with the more money.
Yeah.
Blood Bowl 2 doesn't do it right.
Yeah, that could be big. As if he knows how that's how it works. He might know now if he watches this.
Watch this.
You're welcome.
We've just told you what to do.
Yeah, sorry. But it's gonna be close in terms of like teams as they are, like Sam's like petty cash nonsense. It's fairly even. I'd like to see the Lizards do it, because I believe that they do have the skill set to get around them. But
they do have the skill sets to do it, but I'm still going to be giving it to the humans because they're going to edge it out.
What sort of score are you thinking? 2-1?
Yeah, I mean it's reasonable, isn't it? 2-1.
Yeah. I reckon
maybe 3-2.
I reckon it might go to overtime. But and then again, it's down to the coin flip, really. I'm gonna say overtime. I'm gonna say it's gonna do 2-2 overtime,
and it's toss up.
And then it's a toss up, depending on how many skinks are left.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cool. And then
game 2.
Game 2, Munster Mash Bash versus the aforementioned tank-topped gentlemen.
These are the two big boys.
These are the two big boys. Yes, these are the big lads. We have. Let's go into Dave. Let's go into the underworld.
So he's 16, 17, and he's still coming in with 120k disadvantage.
Yeah.
He's still got 120k in inducements at 16, 70.
Yeah.
15 man roster.
Nice.
Yeah, got plenty of room for fouling.
His white look nice.
Yeah.
Shame about the edgy down, but don't care.
You've got, a very tasty looking ghoul there, ball carrier.
Yep.
And a ball stripper as well.
Yep.
Got his kick, got his block. Got some extra guard via a zombie.
Rando guard.
Whites of guard.
This is. His werewolves are the only things that look crap.
But to be fair, he's had 3 werewolf deaths this season, so the fact he's got 2 at this point is incredible.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, true.
The werewolves in particular have been hurt for some reason.
It's reasonable to say that, yeah.
Yeah, but beyond that, everything else has been okay, and it's actually managed to hold its own. And like I say, it's got this far. So it's got this has a good strong chance.
I mean, I think Claw could be the great equalizer if he can deploy that.
Yeah, if he can deploy
using that guard, he can negate that ridiculous armor.
Yes,
a little bit. I mean, it won't matter because he'll only roll a 3 when it matters on his own armor. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Just getting the hits is one thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a good, strong, very well leveled team. Yeah, we got a shame about the werewolves, but
it looks like a good playable team.
It looks like a good playable team.
There's not anything too stand out as a key piece.
Yeah, there's nothing like this is like by exotic piece. There's nothing no random.
There's nothing like a block, mighty blow, jump up, piling on, tackle pieces.
No, there's nothing like major. It's all quite level, and it should play to his hand. And then if we look at the if we do go into and have a look at the Nurgle.
So as we say, and he's got 210k in the bank as well. So he's like, again, he's either going to spend something here and buy something else. I mean, he has got a stadium upgrade that he can buy, so he might do that, just to drop it down. But he could be giving more inducements to those wolves, and I think a babe here and there, a bribe. We don't even need a bribe, does he? A babe, a couple of babes is gonna could be the difference that this game needs.
Yeah, and then but one of the biggest things I will point out is that Strengthfoot Pestigore. So that Strengthfoot Pestigore could be a massive blitzing on a 5 against the flesh golems, which are a 4. But
there's nothing stopping it in a one-on-one.
Damo outstrengths him straight up. Done.
Yeah.
It's like he's got the Beast of Nurgle, that's strength 5.
Dominic Cummings.
Yeah.
The only route I see here is Damo doesn't roll 10s consistently, and Dave is just generally a better player. That's the only way I can see this turning out well for Dave. Which,
Yeah, it's just as long as Damo doesn't roll 10s constantly when he's throwing
Damo's luck drops, and yeah.
Yeah, it is daft the way he does it. But hey, it's got a decent ball carrier, movement up. Pestigore.
Yeah, I mean it's a fighty team, and if you can't be, you've also got to remember all the other shit that's in this.
Yes.
That's really unhelpful, like disturbing presence. It's overlooked.
Such
it's
a pain.
Vile and disgusting appearance. Like
appearance.
I've manufactured this perfectly, and all I need to do is knock over this Nurgle warrior. Well, here, have a fucking one.
Yeah.
Funny story, which it's actually a funny story about Graham, if he's ever told you about it. So the time where he was facing a Nurgle team in the playoffs, and he attempted 21 foul appearances and failed 20.
What? How?
Graham.
Right, we'll try that one again, shall we?
Okay.
Turns out hard drive space is a premium for my place, so I really need to invest in a bigger one. But no, we're towards the end anyway. We're just going to go shifty onto the predictions, won't we? Yes. So before we got rudely interrupted by technology, we were saying that we think it's Dave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say. I think we're giving it to Dave. 2-1.
A good 2-1. It all depends on them. On
dice rolls.
Well, funnily enough, it all depends on if Damo knows how to roll less than a 10 against his opponent's armor.
Yeah.
It'd be massively, massively helpful. And still, regardless, I think if Dave does win,
The thing to mention is that.
Yeah.
I believe it was the last round of the regular season, but it was Dave versus Damo, and it did end in a draw.
Ooh. Yeah. And I guess the teams themselves aren't too dissimilar.
Yeah, teams are fairly the same as they were at that point.
So are we going to see an overtime then?
I think it comes down to those first 6 turns, as I think I was saying to you before. I think if Dave can inflict a bit of pain, get rid of a couple of them warriors, the beast, the pesticle, or something like that, he can then exercise his speed advantage, because that the Nurgle team is heavy on those 8-9 players, your pesticles, your warriors. They're your important part of your team. And yes, it's the same for the necromantics, but there's no speed. If you get rid of the pesticles, there is no speed on the Nurgle team.
Yeah.
Your movement 5 versus movement 8. That's how what I'd be looking to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be an exciting game.
It could be a very exciting game.
One to watch.
One to watch, definitely. I think it's going to be overtime. Probably edge out towards Dave, but you may come back with a bloody nose in going into a final.
Yeah, he's going to have a difficult game the next one if he does win it, because he's probably going to pay a price for that victory.
Yeah,
very much so.
Definitely. Right. Well, yeah. It's. I'm glad they only cut off the last sort of like 2 or 3 minutes, but it's all vitally important. We are going to have a bit of a revamp as well going into next season, so things are going to try and be a bit more professional. I say try.
Yeah, trophies, mate.
Trophies, actual physical trophies, actual hardware.
Yeah,
I am very excited.
I mean, none of us are going to see it.
Oh no, God no.
I'd like to see a picture, eh?
Yeah, I might see a picture, but in terms of actual physical hardware, but we're never going to actually own one. No. But it's gonna be nice. We're gonna get I think we're gonna start an actual Calamitous Casual Twitch channel, YouTube channel, get everything sort of like everything
in one place,
everything branded, basically.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
like an intro video.
Ben. Yes, intro video.
Sorry.
What?
Oh, coronavirus. I'm just going to isolate myself.
Fair enough. But yeah, intro video. We'll get one so we can slap on the front of the all the videos we do. Might do a new layout for Twitch.
Yeah.
Just figure that out.
Yeah, we'll try and work out a way to cover a bit more.
Big things are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, if you've got any suggestions, drop them in the comments box below. No one will read them. Like and follow.
Yeah, subscribe,
stuff.
follow. Yeah.
Don't subscribe to Fritch's Patreon.
I haven't got one yet. I will work on that. Yet. I don't know what the prizes, I don't know what the rewards would be for the Patreon, but
you get some toast.
Nice. Yeah, just send him like a cold bit of browned up Ovis. Just have that.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Have a good day, gentlemen, and I'll see you on the other side.
See you later.
Bye bye.